and then you have to pretend to be a lamb. It's K-Beauty MEGAFEST time! This is probably the biggest sale that I've seen for some of the most viral, popular, and iconic K-Beauty skincare. And these deals you'll only find during the StyleKorean MEGAFEST event. Like, I'm talking $6 for something that's normally $20. And some of my personal favorite brands of all time, like Medicube. From November 20th to December 2nd, there's going to be 3 categories of flash deals running at the same time with extra discounts on top of those deals. First, starting with the brand deal. So from November 20th till December 2nd, there'll be 4 brands that have major discounts, including Biodance, Medicube, Skin 104, and Anua. Let's start with Medicube. I want to give you some suggestions on what I would get. So these 3, they're on massive sale. So everything from Medicube is up to 64% off. So for example, the Booster Pro is $160. It's normally $400 something. I think this is a great time to pick up a tool, especially if you want to gift, whether it's your mom, your aunt, your sister-in-law, whoever it is. This is such a good present. So this guy has the 6-in-1 functions, but the 4 major ones are the booster mode, the microcurrent, the derma shot, and the air shot. So they all have different functions. I've talked about this many times. It's super easy for you to use the booster mode because it just goes with any product like this guy. This is the collagen jelly cream. This was essentially made for the Booster Pro, but you essentially just like take a little bit and then you just like spread it all over your face, and the booster mode helps your products penetrate and absorb and sink into the skin. And then you just like spread it all over your face. Oh my god, look how bouncy my skin is. The booster just helps all your skincare like really sink into your skin, and the microcurrent helps with tightening muscles. So I like using that over areas that start to like sag. So that's like here, under the eyes, around the mouth and lips. And then the air shot, I like to use just over the pores area, so my cheeks and the nose, because that's really to minimize pores. And then the derma shot is for like muscles, so sculpting. So I like using that along my cheeks and along the jaw. I like to just kind of like spread what's left. This one can be a little bit like thick and sticky. It's perfect for people with super dry skin, but yeah, I like to just kind of like move it over. It's like it traps it all. Okay, my actual favorite from Medicube, you heard about me talk about this in the last video, is actually this wrapping mask. I found that this is a dupe for Biodance, but this wrapping mask is insanely good. What you do is you do your whole skincare routine, and this is the very last step where it's this jelly, but you put it all over the skin. You create like a nice kind of medium layer, and then you let it dry, and it forms like a DIY mask. You go to bed. In the morning, when you peel it off, oh my goodness. Didn't I tell you this was like a dupe for Biodance? It like does a very similar things. You can use it overnight and it just traps in everything. Every time I take this off, I'm like, how? What? So anyway, you can use this every day. Love it! Highly recommend that you try this guy. It's $17 and I am just kind of low-key obsessed with it. Okay, so for Biodance, since we mentioned it, I think if you haven't tried this is a good time to pick it up, because if you spend over $20, you will get a free gift. And the gift is the Pore Tightening Collagen Cream. This is the original one, the Bio Collagen Mask. You get 4 in each. So what's cool about the Bio Collagen Biodance Mask is that they really put the hydrogel mask that sinks into the skin over an extended amount of time on the map. Both Ro and I used it overnight. We tested it for 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, and 2 hours, and we found that the sweet spot for this Biodance mask to reap the benefits is between 3 to 4 hours. Anything more, and it really didn't feel like it was worth that much time. Anything less, there was still a lot of that serum in the mask. And it's got a lot of fermented ingredients like the galactomyces, as well as hyaluronic acid and, you know, low molecular collagen. So all of that is actually sinking and being pressed into the skin as the mask is on your face. So it's a really cool concept. If you guys haven't tried it, it is pretty awesome. There are sales on top of these deals. Skin 104. Okay, so we all know the Hyaluronic sunscreen. It's a fan favorite. We love it too. That sunscreen is $8 for this. And the rest of the Skin 104 is up to 60% off. So some of my favorites are actually the Madagascar line, as you can see. I love this line. It is so soothing. It is so calming. I don't know what it is about this texture. It's the Madagascar Centella Ampule. I just love it. And there's something about this little curve of the little dropper that is so satisfying. I love it because it's quite runny, but it's deeply hydrating and deeply calming. So if I have like redness, dry flakes, irritation, if it's like itchy, or you know, I overdid something and I need to repair my skin barrier, I immediately think of the Madagascar Centella. It is so good. This is also from the same line. This is the light cleansing oil. You know how some cleansing oils are kind of thick? This one is more runny and it is indeed light. So I use this one on days that I don't have makeup, but I just want to dissolve my sunscreen. On top of that, something that I've recently discovered is the Tone Brightening Capsule Ampule. So if you didn't watch my previous video, I've been battling really bad hyperpigmentation because my skin freaked out and hormonal acne was like popping up everywhere. And so I've been like dabbling into more brightening products. There's tiny little capsules of white in here and it's really satisfying. I just love the Skin 104 textures of their serums especially. It is so fast absorbing but deeply hydrating, and it's never sticky. Definitely something that you want to look at if you don't want to use like vitamin C, which is super acidic and can be a little bit irritating for some people like me. And something that I discovered this year that actually went viral was the mud mask stick. I was thoroughly enjoying that during the summer because it's so easy. Let me tell you, that mask application is so soft and so smooth. I've never had so much fun applying a mud mask on before. And it just helps you balance the T-zone. So I haven't been using that right now because it's really cold, but in the summer, a clay mask is pivotal if you have combination areas and you want to minimize your pores. I loved that one. Next is from Anua. So Anua has up to 35% off their brand range. My favorite, you guys know, is the sunscreen. The Hard Leaf line is where it's at. This is the Hard Leaf Silky Moisture Sun Cream. Holy grail, top 5 sunscreens of all time for me. It's just so smooth. It instantly melts into the skin. It doesn't feel like sunscreen. It is actually really calming. So if you have redness on your skin or if you feel like your skin gets irritated from sunscreens, this one's so good. I use it like a moisturizer. So I skip my moisturizer, go straight to the sunscreen, and it works like a dream. It doesn't have any of that white streaking and I love it. The next 2 that you can check out is their viral pore cleansing oil. Our team is obsessed with this one. It's just silky, it breaks down all the makeup, and it makes your skin actually feel quite moisturized and nourished in the cleansing step, which is really important because you don't want to strip away too much. This is waterproof mascara and eyeliner. Very stubborn. And the open eye test. It doesn't sting your eyes, which is excellent. Cleansing oils and cleansing balms also kind of like help moisturize your skin while you're taking off makeup. Like I have crusty chin skin and it just helps to soften the dead skin and break it down. And then something that I'm sure we've all seen is the viral 77% Heart Leaf Toner. You can just layer as many layers as you feel like you need. On a normal day, you can just do one. If you're feeling a little bit dehydrated or like combination in some areas and dry in others, I would suggest using at least like 2 layers and you can really feel the difference. So I'm going through with 2. Honestly guys, if you just drench your skin with hydration through toners, you will see hyperpigmentation goes away, inflammation goes away, redness goes away, like rosacea, like everything goes away just with hydration. So heart leaf is actually called Hortunia cordata, and the functions of that act very similarly to Centella asiatica, where it's a plant extract that really helps soothe down, inflammation, redness of the skin, and irritation. This one is 35% off, guys, so check that out from Anua. So those were the brands. Just reminding you, these sales are only on Style Korean during their MEGAFEST event. Next are the time deals. So how this one works is that for one specific day, for 24 hours, one best-selling product will be on major discount. The one that I'm personally really excited about is the VT Riedel. This is actually the mild Riedel shot. So you guys know how I always talk about the 100, and then there's the 300, 700. This is actually the 50. So if you have like sensitive skin, or you liked the 100 Riedel, but you wanted something just a little bit more mild, then this is literally the way to go. It's like half of that. This one is just like the other Riedels. You use it straight after you cleanse. It's like the very first skin prep step, because everything else that you put on top afterwards is really like amplified, because it brings all your ingredient through your skin. You want to kind of like press it in. And then you put in your toner, your serum, your moisturizer as a follow-up. So this is kind of like your starter one. And everyone that I've suggested the Riedels to, their skin, I meet up with them after, and it is like flawless. It is glowing, and I honestly can't believe it myself. But yeah, I've just had such good experiences with the Riedel. This, it will be $10.40. Oh my god. Like, I think these are normally between $20 and $30. So this is an epic save. There's also the Ducto toner. So we all know the viral Ducto toner. Once again, it's like a really deeply hydrating. It feels so watery, but it's so nourishing. It's so moisturizing, and you can build it up. And when your skin is hydrated, your pores are minimized, your hyperpigmentation goes away, and everything kind of just like falls into place. And it's $9.50, guys. And then on December 1st is the beauty of Joseon. This is the Ginseng Moist Sun Serum. So they came out with this one a couple of years ago, and it's like the name suggests, the formula was designed to kind of feel like a serum. But I would say for this one, if you have dry skin or normal skin and you still want glow, this guy will give you that finish. I didn't use it as much for my oily skin because I prefer not to have that much glow. But for those of you guys who are looking for that juicy dew, this is something that will give it to you. And it is $7.31. $7! Crazy. Next is the $7 deal. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but for 10 days straight, each day will have a different $7 deal. On the 21st, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel is $7. Guys, I remember people were like going crazy over this sunscreen because of the fact that once again, it's just so delicate, it's lightweight, it feels like a moisturizer, it isn't overly shiny but makes your skin look super nice, natural and radiant, and it just plays well with all skin types, from dry to oily, everything in between. This was like a cult favorite, so that's $7. Oh my gosh, and then that clay stick mask from Skin 104 I was talking about, it's $7 on the 26th. Okay, so make sure you put that in your account. On the 26th, $7. The Tokobo sunscreen that I was talking about earlier this year that I loved and finished, that is $7, and it's on the 27th. I took that to Hawaii. It was perfect for, you know, when you're out in the sun and your skin gets irritated, because that formula is actually made for sensitive skin because it has aloe in it and it's designed for oily combination girls. So I loved that one, highly recommend. All the ones that I love are actually $7. That cleansing oil I was talking about on the 28th, this guy is $7. And then a brand that we haven't talked about for a while but is still poppin' is the Purito. So this is the Wonder Relief Centella Serum, and this is just like Centella Asiatica on crack. It kind of feels like aloe vera and it's super cooling, and there's 4 different types of Centella Asiatica and it's like a water burst on your face. It is so hydrating. If you have redness, itchiness, if you have like rosacea and you really need hydration and soothing, then something like this is perfect. So those are the 3 main categories of deals, but there's also extra discounts if you spend over a certain amount. So for example, all purchases within this period of time will get 15% off. And then if you spend over $125, you get 25% off everything extra if you use that code. And then if you spend over $205, you get 35% off. Oh my God. So you're basically getting things for free at this point. This is just the perfect time to buy all your gifts, your stocking stuffers, whatever it is. There are some awesome, literally I'm gonna be picking up a bunch of stuff myself from a lot of these brands. If you guys have any questions or you want more recommendations on like specific products that you're confused about, or you want me to explain more, just leave it in the comments below and I'll answer that. But yes, shop responsibly. I also want you to know that you shouldn't feel pressured to buy anything if you don't need it. Just if it's for yourself, look at what you're missing. If there's something you've been curious about trying, then this might be the time, but don't feel the need to just buy more. Even though I'm sitting here telling you all these cool deals, I know it's very enticing, but you know, we have to be responsible buyers as well. So I hope you enjoy shopping. Let me know what you're excited to get and I'll see you very soon.